Hi, my name is Stephanie Norton and I'm a sailing athlete representing Hong Kong, China. 大家好，我係帆船運動員樂雅怡。I think generally sailing athletes are maybe a bit more relaxed than other athletes just because of the way that we travel so much and that the weather is really unpredictable, so I think you need to be able to adapt. So I think in that way we're different, but I feel that I'm a person that thinks a lot like inside my own head, so I tend to overthink a lot of decisions. I don't remember my first sailing experience, but I've seen pictures. My dad took me on a big boat out in, I think it was the harbor, for just like a sail around. I think the first group of international competitions I did was in 2016. I was 15 at the time. And I was sailing ILCA 4, which is like junior class for the ILCA. And that was like my first chance like sailing overseas, and we did a group of like events in Europe. And I realized like how much I enjoyed traveling and like sailing with other people and competition. Because there wasn't really any expectation. I was just like, I'd never done international competition before, so some of my friends had, so they told me how much fun it was. So there was never a lot of pressure, it was just because I enjoyed it a lot. For the Tokyo 2020 journey, I think it was very different for me than when I tried to qualify for Paris. Because I was really young, I just finished high school. I didn't really go into sailing with the plan to do it like full time as a long term. It was just like an opportunity when I finished high school because I wasn't sure what to do. So I think that journey was quite different because there wasn't really a lot of expectation to qualify for the Olympics. Nobody had done it before, so there wasn't that much pressure. I just went and tried to see how I could get better at sailing. For Hangzhou, I think it was a little bit different because it was my first time competing in Asian Games. I didn't maybe realize how big a deal it was until I was already there. It was different, and we had like a lot of changing and coaching in the lead up to the event. So I had like a new coach for that event, and he's still my current coach and we work together really well. So I think it didn't feel a lot of pressure until the end of it when the medal was in sight. I don't think I realized how lucky I was growing up here until I moved away from Saikung, for travel, until I came back to realize this is a really beautiful place, and I really like all the little restaurants and stuff. I think it's the perfect balance to me as well, because I'm half Chinese and half Western. I think Saikung is I feel like this is home because it has that Western, like all the nice cafes and things like that, but it still has the history, and it's very there's a lot of Chinese people living here as well. I think I started sailing initially because I used to live opposite the sailing center. If I didn't live in Saikung, then I'm not sure if this is a career path I would have pursued. Kind of because it was convenient to start, that's why I developed the love for the sport. And that's why I don't, now that I've got my own places, I don't want to leave this place, I want to stay. I have one tattoo here of the Olympic rings. I got this actually a little while after I went to the Olympics. I kind of got it as a reminder to myself that I deserve this and that I worked really hard for this moment, because I felt like straight after the Olympics, I had a moment where I felt like maybe I got a little bit lucky and that it happened by chance. And I just use this to remind myself why I keep going. Yeah, I put it here so that I don't have to look at it every day, but I can see it when I look in the mirror. I think sailing can be more challenging than other sports because the weather can be unpredictable. So I think it's hard to be consistent in different weather. So I always have to remind myself, just because you have a bad day, it doesn't mean things are going bad. There's still the next day and the day after. And even if one event goes badly, I haven't progressed. I'm still making progress. I can still learn from my mistakes. And I think a big part of that is being surrounded by other people who understand what you do and people who support you and lift you up even when you maybe don't feel so good after a bad event.